a sequel that, in my personal opinion, achieves better improvements in terms of visual, art design, and musical scoring, but not in its overall gameplay. I say this from the perspective of someone who wants to play this game casually. From my experience, the gameplay feels extremely difficult and very intense even on normal difficulty. It probably just sounds like a skill issue on my end, but that's genuinely what I felt. Just a brief overview of the story, since I won't be discussing it too in-depth. Compared to its predecessor, the story in this game feels more in-depth. In the first Forgive Me Father, even though I didn't fully understand everything, I could grasp the general outline of the narrative, whereas in Forgive Me Father 2, we're even given choices that affects the story direction. Honestly, I'm not sure whether these choices affect the ending or not, since I only completed the game once without any intention of changing the decision I made. First of all, let me talk about skills, weapons, and how to upgrade them, since all these three are interconnected. The first Forgive Me Father featured a skill tree that could be accessed throughout the story progression. In Forgive Me Father 2, however, the skill tree has been removed and replaced with the Dark Tome. In the prequel, the skill tree was used to upgrade character skills, strengthen or modify weapons, and increase maximum HP and armor. In Forgive Me Father 2, character skills upgrades and weapon or armor upgrades are no longer in the same menu. These upgrades also cannot be performed during story progression. You must first be in the safe house, quote unquote, if you want to change skills or weapons. Skills, referred to as Dark Tome in this game, are divided into two types, active and passive. Active skills can be activated when the bar at the bottom of the screen fills at least one segment, which is filled by dealing damage to enemies. There are many active skills, including lifesteal, damage boost at the cost of weapon rate of fire, and reducing enemy accuracy, etc. Passive skills, on the other hand, are always active. Some examples include increasing ammo capacity, enhancing the potency of healing items, strengthening melee attacks, and so on. Each skill can be purchased using Madness Token, earned by defeating enemies. Some skills need to be unlocked first by meeting certain requirements. And also worth noting, we can only equip 3 skills at a time. Just like skills, weapons also must be accessed through the safe house. Unlike the prequel where each weapon type has 2 upgrade paths, in Forgive Me Father 2, each weapon type has 3 possible modifications to choose from. For example, a knife can be turned into a slow but higher damage axe. A pump shotgun can be converted into a double barrel or an automatic shotgun. These weapon modifications can be made using weapon tokens, which can be collected by exploring each level. A small addition about the safe house, besides choosing skill and weapons, there are few other activities available there, such as replaying a level or boss fight, rereading collected notes, and playing baseball. I didn't get any benefit playing it, and I'm not sure the purpose of it, so I think it's just there for us to have fun. The safe house can be accessed through the menu or after completing each level. In terms of gameplay, Forgive Me Father 2 feels largely similar to its predecessor. The significant differences I notice, besides the skills and weapons, are the use of kinetic flashlight and the introduction of a reload system. The flashlight must be charged before it can be used. If you ever play Metro series, it's roughly the same kind of system. The kinetic flashlight and reload system wouldn't be much of an issue on their own. What makes them a problem, in my opinion, is the context they are implemented in. A game like a Forgive Me Father 2, which is a fairly fast-paced boomer shooter filled with swarm of fairly tanky enemies. I have a particular issue with the reload system, because it's not uncommon to be on the verge of defeating one enemy or even a whole group, only for the ammo to deplete and trigger an automatic reload. Perhaps the saying, switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading, is something we really need to keep in mind and constantly apply when playing this game. The reload system also didn't exist in the predecessor, So its addition here feels like it was simply included to make the game more challenging. Well, maybe it's just me being bad at the game though. But what do you guys think about it? When it comes to what I dislike the most about this game, it's the level design. Most of the levels feature narrow areas that are often dark as well. If that were the only issue, I wouldn't complain too much. The real problem is just how many enemies can spawn in these tight spaces. On top of that, in my personal opinion, these enemies also deal fairly high damage while having a decent amount of health. So, you guys can imagine what it's like trying to survive in a cramped area against waves of relentlessly attacking enemies. That caused me, by the midpoint of my playthrough, to lower the difficulty to easy. But even after doing that, the game didn't feel significantly easier. Eventually, around the late game, I decided to drop the difficulty again to very easy, and only then did the challenge start to feel more manageable. From what I experienced, lowering the difficulty doesn't reduce the number of enemies that spawn. It only reduces the damage enemy deals to you. Though, in all fairness, this difficulty can be somewhat offset by the manual save feature this game offers, unlike its predecessors. Because of that, I often found myself manually saving after successfully clearing one wave of enemies, just in case the next encounter didn't go so well. Again, I know it sounds like a skill issue, but what do you all think?